Hello and welcome to That Happens. It's the podcast, and I'm out of energy. What's up, Kevin? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing tonight, Spencer?
I'm doing good. Hey guys. So as always, you can probably tell by the lack of Kevin, or no, the presence of Kevin, and the lack of Jeff. Jeff and Kevin, JK, I call them. Just kidding. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Jeff's not here. You know what I deal with. So we're gonna release a lost episode. This was the first official episode we ever recorded. It was a bit slow. My internet was slow. It just wasn't clicking. It was fine, but it was like, I bet we could beat this, and we beat it, and then we put that episode as the first episode. But this is the real first episode, and in the lack of Jeff, me and Kevin, classic comedy duo, we're capable of just putting out hours of content, but we decided why make our jobs hard, when we're already going to have to do this whole thing for quite some time while Jeff's gone. Let's just start easy. Probably, if we didn't release this now, we probably will release it in a couple months or something, just to cover something else. So why not just get it out of the way, and then we're, no strings attached, baby. No training wheels from then on. We got nothing in our pockets. We're just gonna have to pull the rest of it out of our ass. So yeah. So what when was this recorded, Kevin? Because we've tried to do this for a while, right?
Right, yeah, this was our test. It was January 23rd we recorded this.
Oh my God, what was happening? So yeah, there's like the inauguration was just happening. Who knows? Just listen. I think you'll dig it. Just real quick, check me out on Twitch, The Sixler, twitch.tv/The Sixler. Check me out on TikTok, trying to hit 1,000 followers so I can go live with Dave Horwitz. Oh yeah, Dave Horwitz, one of the little cuties, previous guest on Harmontown. So yeah. What about you, Kevin? Any hosting services to plug, or I don't.
Every Sunday, ShrobHomeVideo.com. Check us out there, where we have Jim Mafood does Stroll Fun Can Draw with me every Sunday is the first show, and then Spencer's roommate Callie Fontecchio does the Callie Kazoo show after that. We have the Best Channel 101. We're also doing Steve Sutton's series, The Portal, which is one of Rob Schraub's favorites. We're doing every week now, we're going to show an episode of The Portal with some of Steve's director commentary behind it, which, if you're not familiar with The Portal, this guy Steve basically recorded an entire sci-fi TV series where he shot it himself. He is every character on screen. He's the editor. He's a sound effect guy. He is every single aspect of this show. So check that out. And then we have That Happens every Sunday too.
Right. Yeah. Just, some people don't understand this, it's not been super clear. But yeah, ShrobHomeVideo.com is a place where you can go to watch That Happens live on Sundays at generally 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know if it's, daylight savings time or what, I don't know. But, 5:30 Pacific time, ShrobHomeVideo.com. There's a Discord where you can chat with the people. That's how you watch it. And then after the show is over, sometimes, we put up the videos on thathappenspod.com. So that's how that works. We're visual. Oh, if you wanted to see what kind of light I had, that would be great. That's right up your alley. You see, we're not really dancing or anything, but we are taking video, and if you wanted to look at it, it would be there.
Exactly. Right. And when you're watching it there, you're watching us shoot this live, live, uncensored, 100% raw Spencer every Sunday, 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, this is before we cut out all the racist side talk. So, if you're looking to cancel me, make your day, or make my day. Yeah, make my day. But yeah, this is too much already. I hope you dig it. That Happens.
Oh, yeah! Get ready, everybody! It's the first ever episode of That Happens. I'm Jeff B. Davis, ex-comptroller, banished to his own office in the COVID crisis commune of confoundment. Let me welcome my partner in podcast crime and victory, Spencer Anastasia Crittenden.
Oh shit! And the crowd is going wild right now. Everyone who's listening to this is cheering.
Oh my God.
Man, a podcast with Jeff and Spinner. Spinner? I can't believe they booked Spinner. That happened. That literally happened.
Was Spinner in the no, that's Splinter. Who was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Splinter
and Shredder.
Not Spinner. I like that we're only 40 seconds into our first episode, Spencer, and you've already rebranded yourself as Spinner.
I'm Spinner. I think Spinner's a character from Degrassi, classic Canadian television show.
That could be. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to verify that.
Cool guy.
I'm checking out your background, Spencer. You have a very doomsday prepper amount of paper towels back there. And that's one of the things I respect about you is that your preparedness is always on point.
I don't know if you heard, but like maybe a couple months ago, they were like, get ready to lock down again. And I was like, God damn it, there's going to be another run on fucking paper towels. And so I bought an 8-pack. Meant to buy more, but I only could get an 8-pack. So it's good. I have, you don't want to see where I keep the toilet paper.
Your butt? How prepared would that be? You cut out the middleman. You just keep the toilet paper in your butt.
I just shit clean. I don't have to do anything. It just comes out clean. My asshole's just pristine and probably bloodied.
You have a self-wiping butthole. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that would be cool. It's just like, I like work my intestines such that it like swaddles each movement in cloth before it exits, and it would be very painful but very clean.
Yeah, like I'm picturing kind of the I Love Lucy chocolate conveyor belt episode where little poops are going by on a conveyor belt, and there's some sort of mechanism, some sort of Lucille Ball mechanism that wraps each poop in a little paper wrapping.
And at some point, she has to start eating it. It's a great mental image.
If you're intestinally not feeling well and the conveyor belt starts running too quickly, then yes, Lucille Ball has to eat your shit.
Oh man, what a great start. Oh boy, this is the kind of content, classic humor you could expect from That Happens. It's really happening, and we're really saying the name of the show. That's got to be like exciting for people, right?
We've already delivered on so many levels. Again, I really feel, Spencer, that if there were no audience, and for all we know, there isn't an audience, I would do this with you just so I could gaze into your bespectacled eyes and wonder what's in that motherfucking paper bag behind you in front of the paper towels. What's in that bag?
What is in that? What's in that bag?
I don't know what's in the bag.
There's a towel in there.
Right.
I think it's just trash. I think that's a trash bag from like takeout or something that I just haven't like I don't know. My whole room's a mess. You don't know this, but I have to store basically everything I own in my one room because the whole rest of the house is occupied by other people's stuff. So it's very fun.
How many you have more than one roommate?
No.
Oh, are you still with Callie?
Jeff.
Are you still living with Callie Kazoo?
Yes.
And so she's
and if you're listening to this, I'm not sorry for saying this shit.
So you said that Callie Kazoo has completely appropriated or expropriated the entire rest of the square footage of the apartment?
Yeah, and I'm feeling like I should pay less rent or something as a result. You know, I'm not getting half of the apartment. This
is part of our brand new segment. Getting shit straight. Gotta find some music for that.
Straight.
Getting shit straight, where it's kind of like a civics lesson. Like this is like the city council part of the show, where we check in on Spencer's living situation, and he airs his grievances with his roommate Callie, and we try to enact some new legislation to make sure that the next time we do this, maybe your paper bag has a little more room to breathe, and maybe it could be out on the sofa out front watching TV.
I mean, perfect world, I wouldn't even need a paper bag because I wouldn't need excess storage, components going on. But
right.
and another thing is, Jeff, clean the freaking lint trap. You know what I'm saying?
Callie doesn't clean the lint trap?
No, it's terrifying. I mean, I'm happy to do it. Don't get me wrong.
Based on what I know about Callie, our good friend Callie Kazoo, I'm picturing this lint trap as nothing but seafoam green, because she has a huge obsession with the color seafoam green, which is a good color. I'm not knocking seafoam.
Oh, it's a great color.
But I'm just picturing it. Can you go? Do you think there's lint in the lint trap right now, or have you recently excavated that?
I have, yeah. It kind of has a bluish, like a bluish gray. It's like a light gray. There's not very much green.
I think that's just kind of standard lint trap color. It always comes out that kind of battleship blue gray kind of situation.
Yeah, I think I add more reds, so when I'm doing clothes, it gets kind of purpley. But yeah, but that's getting shit straight for you. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any shit to get straight? Do you have any qualms with yourself?
I think next episode we have to check in and see if wrongs have been righted, and if the lint trap situation has been sorted out. If we've podcast shamed Callie Kazoo enough to see if she will actually enact some actual growth, change for once in her life.
That would be a That Happens miracle. Speaking of segments, so Spencer, we should break into another segment that I like to call the freaking news. In the freaking
break
news,
it down.
I got this update for you. News. In the news today, the Nazis are at it again. That's been our news segment. I think that'll be a recurring thing because they just don't stop, those Nazis.
That's the Nazi guarantee. Nazis don't stop.
Yeah.
They don't call them the Stopsies.
They
call them
cool.
the Nazis. Do you know why they call them Nazis? Because I'm not going to stop. That's why they call them the Nazis. People think it stands for National Socialists, whatever, but it just means like, are we going to stop? Not these.
Not stoptialists.
Not
national stoptialists.
National stoptialism.
It's true.
Yeah. I think I don't know how many Nazis we have listening to That Happens. I'd like to think there's at least 2. I'm going to give you, to our Nazi listeners out there, if there are any, first, lick it, suck it, put it in a bucket and fuck it. But I'm going to issue a little Jeff Davis decree here. Stop it. I'm giving you freedom, Nazis, to cool it a little bit. Just cool it with the Nazi and the hating of the people that aren't straight white males.
And I'm going to go further and say, if you're a Nazi, no more dessert.
No more dessert. You cannot eat your pudding if you don't stop being a Nazi. There will be no pudding until the Nazi stuff stops.
Yeah, I'm going to be firm on that, I think. So
clean the lint trap.
Good for us.
Clean the lint trap. Don't storm the Capitol wearing a Auschwitz. Hilarious comedy Auschwitz shirts. The bummer about that guy wearing the Auschwitz shirt at the Capitol, aside from the fact that it's probably a hate crime and a fashion crime, is that it's made all of my racially charged novelty T-shirts kind of déclassé now. They're kind of out of style right now.
That was a whole wing of your closet, huh?
It was a whole, I had some jokes. I'm not going to say them right now. Because A, totally woke, and B, the 2 Nazis that are listening are going to come get me.
Oh, no.
I wonder if these Nazis that are watching or listening, I wonder if when we get the subscription thing going and they're paying the whatever they have to pay to watch the live stream, if there's anything in my background here that they can use like in a CIA movie where they can tell by a palm tree in the background and figure out where I am. Or maybe they'll hear like a train going by and they go, he lives by the blank overpass.
That's the 310 to Yuma. Was that a train?
I think it was a stagecoach. No, it was a train. It was a train. I never saw the new one. I saw the old one, which I quite liked, but then they made it again, and I don't like remakes.
All of the references I make are basically just guessing because I don't watch anything, and I just have to piece together from context clues what everything is.
You've already you threw it out there. You did a Hail Mary on Degrassi earlier, so we're going to have to fact check that as well.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Spencer.
Okay.
Were you still talking about news? Because I don't want to get off the segment.
No, that was the whole segment. This just turns out that Nazis are at it again.
Let's see. Again, maybe we don't know the power of our podcast. We don't know the power of our listenership. Because I think even after just this first maybe 30 minutes of what we've done, I think our listenership has grown to the millions. I think let's wait and see until next episode. What if all Nazism absolutely stopped? Maybe it was just this simple.
Yeah. I mean, people love dessert, you know. But speaking of which, there's this current event in our time. Who knows when this comes out? Probably 3 years from now. But Bernie was at the inauguration in a chair, a coat, and mittens. And I think Jeff was telling me that he had this serious theory, like a conspiratorial theory about what was going on that day with Bernie.
I threw it out there as a possible theory. I don't know if it's conspiracy level theory. My question is,
I don't think so.
Here's the theory, everybody. My theory was that when Bernie showed up to the inauguration, dressed like your uncle, grandpa who dropped you off at the snowboard place, or like waited in the van while you guys got your Ben and Jerry's in Vermont or whatever you do in Vermont. Besides from totally shredding, I think he came to the inauguration and sat in that lonely chair and in that silly outfit on purpose. I think he is, from all of his campaigning and his Bernie broing and all of the memes that he's already been involved in, I think he knew that he was going to be mimetic, and he had seen the future, and it was going to be him sitting in chairs on every record cover and the big black guy with a big dick hanging out on the side of the bed. Like, he knew that it was going to be... that it was going to be it. He was going to be everywhere. And
I don't think I saw that.
I don't know if... no, there's a bunch. I don't know. I've received 1 million photos over the last few days, and only one of them didn't have Bernie in the background. I don't know what I would prefer. Would I prefer to live in a world where Bernie is that ahead of the millennial game, or he could call his shot like that and know that he would just steal all the focus away from Lady Gaga's weird bird shirt and whatever Garth Brooks had on? Or is Bernie just that legit that when he goes, hey, it's time to go to the inauguration, he just puts on the same shit he wore yesterday? I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, well, what I heard is he actually got together with a few of his aides the past few days, and he was actually workshopping a bunch of different outfits and poses, and that's what they eventually decided to go with. Or you think the pose was all rehearsed? The little cross-legged... Oh, yeah, all of it. Yeah. What was in that envelope? Seen some serious... I read that it was his tickets to the event. Oh. Which it's like you can't just go, I'm Bernie Sanders, let me in. Like, you have to get tickets. So here's a question for you, Spencer, because we have not discussed this. We listeners of That Happens, you are embarking on a journey, whether you like it or not, along with Spencer and I, because we have given almost zero thought to what the show is going to be. It's going to evolve. It's going to become what it is with your support and with your help, and Nazis notwithstanding. And we don't really know what we're going to do. We have talked about the idea that we're going to play some, at least to begin with, some one-on-one D&D with Spencer DMing and me MDing, meaning making dumb stuff. Davies. We have not talked about... Are we rolling a new character for me? Should we generate a new character, or should I be Bone Weevil? Do we have the rights to Bone Weevil? Is this VRV or fucking Bone Weevil? If I find out that CISO still owns the rights to Bone Weevil, I'll be very disappointed. No, I own the rights to Bone Weevil, and you are going to have to license them for me. So I think maybe you probably own the rights to CISO at this point.
Yeah, I own the rights to CISO, and it's just because that was like it's a weird like legal thing based on the fact that when I was a kid, like some people used to not pronounce my name properly, so they just called me CISO, and it was a long entanglement, but end result is I own it. I'm actually the person who took down CISO.
because you already had claim on that. I'm opening up a new streaming app for animation called Spinner.
You got to take out all the vowels. It's like SP and R, I guess, right?
Yeah, and the R is backwards or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I think you should make a new character. I think maybe we should just make a bunch of new characters, and then we'll have a whole cast of characters. I guess off the bat we should maybe just start with one, but yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe we can. We don't really have the apparatus up and running right now to have fans suggest real time what sort of race or class or what I could be. I'm open to suggestions. I do feel like I don't want to be a magic user because I get bogged down with the spells and stuff like that, and I don't really know. I'm not that level of hardcore where I really want to learn about spell casting and recharging, and you got to sit on a rock and eat a leaf and wait 4 hours until you can lightning somebody in the butt. I'm gonna miss.
There's a lot to it.
I love playing a rogue, but I think I've only ever played rogues in any iteration of what we've done.
Mm-hmm.
What was Eve Libertine in
I guess you played it. She was a sorcerer.
She was? Or she was like a druid?
Yeah, or she summons spirits. I mean, in Shadowrun, it doesn't really matter what kind of caster you are so much, but she did magic. That was like her main thing.
Okay. I've never been a fighter, just a straight up ass whooper. I've never been an elf.
Yep. You're a barbarian. Remember when you were a barbarian?
A barbarian gnome?
Gnome, yeah, who loves cigarettes and riddles.
Oh, that was Quark. Quark.
Yeah.
I like the riddles part. Yeah, Quark is good.
You couldn't get it.
Maybe I'll go back and
he was
bring
good.
back Quark.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know if I want to be a barbarian because every time I go into a barbarian rage, I'm just going to think of Aaron going tighty 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 tight. I'm going to punch myself in the nose.
That could be your bit, and you could be like, I came up with this. Every time you go into a rage, be like, this was my idea. But yeah.
No. I'm going to take a little break right now to do a new segment. We're sponsored by a lot of people. I don't know if episode 1, we already have huge ad sponsorship. This first episode is brought to you in part by the good people at Fernet Branca. Branca from the good people at Fernet. Hey, Giuseppe, come stai? Bene, Giacomo. Che vuole fare oggi? Qui posso bere il Fernet Branca. Fernet Branca. Yum.
That's just...
Oh, fuck. I don't know if you're just listening to this, if you're not watching and seeing the awful pain register across my visage. I've had a lot of Fernet Branca over the days, and if you're not familiar with Fernet Branca, it's the brown liqueur of doom, supposedly created as a PMS remedy back in 1845. Different bottles have different levels of potency. If you drink like a Jack Daniels or a Tito's vodka, who we're also sponsored by, if you take a sip of delicious Tito's handmade Austin vodka, if you take a sip of that out of any bottle, it's always the same. It doesn't fluctuate. Sometimes Fernet Brancas are a little more raunchy than the other ones. Some really just taste like the bottom of a coffin. Oy. Ouchie.
And you took like a double shot, I want to say. It was pretty big.
I've got these commemorative Fernet Branca little glasses here, and if you fill it up to that kind of weird line on the outside, that's, I think, about 2 shots. And I found that that's the right dosage for me. Do you ever drink? I know you occasionally have had a drink in my presence, Spencer. But do you ever just like you don't keep like you don't have like a beer in the fridge at all times, or you don't go out and nobody goes out.
No, I basically I go to bars. That's basically all I do these days. Just sit, and sit and cough. But no, I don't drink. Drinking makes me feel bad. How it works is I drink like a beer or a shot or something, and then I immediately feel it in my stomach, just like I ate like a cannonball. And then shortly after, maybe a couple minutes later, it hits my elbows, and then my elbows start to ache. And then it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And then my stomach starts to get upset, and then maybe I get a headache or I don't. And then if I'm lucky, I'll start to get like tipsy or drunk or something. But like I have all of these physiological phenomenon that hit me way before that, and it just makes the whole prospect so uncomfortable. And I also I get drunk pretty easily, but it's like I'm pretty big, so it takes, it doesn't take just one drink or whatever. So it's like, but immediately I get those side effects. So it's really like I really have to power through like just a bunch of horrible bullshit if I want to drink. So
that doesn't sound like any kind of fun.
No.
Are you still drinking like Mountain Dews and Big Reds and whatnot?
Yeah, I tried to stop drinking soda. I'm still trying to stop drinking soda, but they came out with a new freaking Mountain Dew called Mountain Dew Major Melon, which is it's melon flavored, watermelon flavored. It's so good. It tastes like candy. Which who doesn't want to drink candy? Am I right?
That sounds really, really sweet. I can't. That sounds like the last thing I would ever drink.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish it was sweeter. It's very sour, but it's got like that artificial watermelon flavor, and it has sugar in it, but it's not like I don't know. Based on that artificial flavor, you almost want it to be like super sweet, and it's not. But it's good. I mean, I'm drinking too much. I had stopped drinking soda for a couple weeks, and now I drank a couple of those, and I'm like, this is all I want in my life. But I think I'm gonna stop. I'm so fat, Jeff. I'm like right now I'm like 290, which is close to the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I can't even blame it on quarantine because I gained like the vast majority of it back before we locked down like last year. So it's a mess. I don't know what to do. Probably just keep gaining weight. That could be fun. Just become like a giant orb.
Yeah, I say you just really roll the dice on that one. Just say, you know what? Your move, heart disease.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to roll myself pretty soon. I'm about the heaviest I've ever been. I think at one time in my life I was a little heavier than I currently am. But all I do is just drink beer and eat sandwiches, and I don't really get a whole lot of exercise like I used to. So I only gain weight in my cheeks. I gain it like I get jowly, and then I get a beer belly, and then everything else becomes skinny. So I have little skinny legs and arms with no muscles to speak of, and I've got a nice beer belly to make sure that my favorite suits just don't fit. And I look like I'm starting to look like, and this is not the look you want to go for. I don't know how many Homestar Runner fans are out there, but I'm getting kind of a Senor Cart Gauge kind of thing going on, where I'm just really, really thin, and then I just got a little whoop in the front. I don't like it. No bueno. Yeah,
because I found that's
what they call skinny fat.
But here's the thing: it's like there's nowhere to go. I'm single. I don't go out and meet anybody, and I think that there's so much of my vanity of staying in some sort of shape was for two reasons. One, the prospect of making a girl want to make out with me or consider the idea, and the other that I bought a lot of my favorite suits when I was in really good shape. And I have to, if I want to wear anything that I like, I have to keep it within a certain range because I don't want to go out and buy 30 new suits. Is that that was the Jeff Davis is the shallowest person in the world segment. It's all about getting those ladies and fitting into clothes.
I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, I wish I could be in that headspace.
I'm allowed to be that superficial, considering the fact that only 40 minutes ago I was part of stopping Nazism in North America. I get to take a break from saving the world from hate. Talk about smooching on ladies and wearing clothes.
I think it's good. I think it's good to do both of those things. You don't want to leave women alone and be naked, right? You gotta. That's weird.
Yeah, I really did think a couple. I think I'm sure a lot of people are in the same boat on this one. When the real lockdown first happened back in whatever it was, April or May, and we really had to not go out. I started gardening, and I was also like, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm just gonna be like working out like prison. I want to get prison big. I'm gonna get Nanjiani big. I'm gonna get some of that Kumail. Fucking that guy. Can Kumail ever be funny again if he's that threatening physically?
I don't know. I mean, he's funny, like in the sense that like you laugh because you don't want him to beat you up. Maybe.
I don't know.
There's always those kind of people.
I don't know. How is he gonna? I don't know. I'm sure this is well-worn internet conversation to talk about the future of Kumail after he became Mr. Adonis. Good for him. Do you think he was juicing, Spencer? Do you think he was juicing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like carrot juice?
You know, that cold press, some kale in the morning.
Probably
some,
it's LA.
Probably throw a little flax and chia in there.
I just don't want anyone. I'm sure he's just gonna beat us up. Like if he ever hears this, we're fucking dead. No matter what we say.
Do you remember when Trump got elected back in 2016, and the night of his election, didn't Kumail and another comedian friend, was it Middleditch or someone else? They got kind of hassled by dudes that were calling him cucks and all this stuff, and it was all racist, because because just based on what Kumail looked like, he of course is loves Hillary and is a bad person. But now like, what if Trump won again and people tried to give it to him? No, Kumail would just fucking crack him like a walnut.
Yeah, I mean, they'd like spray him with bullets, and he'd like, catch them with his pecs and blast them back out.
He'd go Popeye, and the bullet, like his bicep would catch the bullet, like his bicep would turn into a mouth and eat the bullet, and then spit it back at the person and blow their head off. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that episode of Popeye. Popeye used to be a lot darker than people really recall.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird. It was really, there's a lot of violence and women stealing.
Why did Popeye? Oh yeah, it was really rapey, because there was Brutus and there was Bluto. I never understood what the deal was, why they had to change it for like legal reasons, or I don't know. They couldn't clear Brutus after a while. Who was first, Bluto? I don't know. We'll have Kevin Day, our resident fact checker, sort that out for us. Hi, Kevin. How you doing? He's up there in the Zoom window. He's our one-man audience. I know that everything's going fine because Kevin is just giggling over there silently in his little Zoom window.
He's loving it, but I don't trust him.
Kevin, if anybody wants to reward or say thank you to whoever started this whole thing, this is all Kevin Day is doing. He's been the guy that's making things happen. Spencer and I are lazy motherfuckers. Kevin Day is a get shit done dude. And he's had COVID the whole time. He's had COVID for months now. Dude's walking around. He just told us that he occasionally... How long have you had... Kevin, are you mic'd or not?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, here you are. Being awfully quiet. Oh, you just muted yourself. How long have you had COVID?
Since late November.
Holy smoke.
Yeah. It's been terrible.
And you said that you wouldn't wish it on anybody. Like if people said it's just like a light flu, no.
They're lying to you if they say it's like a light flu. No, this is terrible. This is the sickest I've ever been in my life. Yeah.
And tell them.
That's interesting.
Tell everybody what you just told Spencer and I before we started about the cigarette smoke.
Oh yeah, just so one of the craziest symptoms from this is like, so when I first got it, the first thing I noticed was that I completely lost a sense of smell and taste, which a lot of people were reporting. My smell and taste is coming back now, but one of the weird things is you just get these random blasts of strange smells, and the most common one people are getting is cigarette smoke. Like I can just be sitting here at the table, and then all of a sudden it smells like someone just blew smoke in my face. And I thought I was going crazy until I Googled it, and there's like 100,000 people saying the same thing.
Are there other people getting different
100,000.
smells, or is that the main smell?
The two main ones are cigarette smell and garbage. So I'm, I guess I lucked out.
Yeah. What if it was like jasmine? You'd be like, okay, this is all right. Or like root beer. You're like, that's not the smell you would have picked, but root beers, there are worse smells than root beer. And so
What about jasmine and fruit root beer?
Oh my God!
Would
Don't
that
you?
be bad?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Spencer, because one of our sponsors is Old Man Crittenden's jasmine infused craft root beers.
I'm Old Man Crittenden, and I went down to the root beer mines, and I found some jasmine, and I was like, what if this was in that? So I went back to the lab, and I did just that. And it turns out, wasn't that good? But I don't got a lot else going on, so I bottled it up anyway. And here you go, Old Man Crittenden's jasmine root beer.
Good
Old
stuff.
Man Crittenden's jasmine root beer.
Old Man Crittenden's jasmine root beer. What I like about that ad campaign is that a lot of soft drink commercials they put a lot more production value into it. There's a lot of CG and a lot of crowd scenes and whatnot. But this is Old Man Crittenden is just an old guy in an Adirondack chair on the back of a porch, and just telling you what he thinks about his product.
I thought it was interesting the choice of them to just have a bunch of people moving boxes in the background. It's like, I mean, the porch is fine on its own. Like you get the vibe. Like, what is that adding?
Yeah. But then you zoom in, like again, it's like one of those CIA things where you go, enhance. Like zoom in on that box, enhance image. And then you see that it's got little German Imperial Eagles on it, like in Raiders of the Lost Ark. That he's been hoarding Nazi gold or artwork or ammunition. You don't know what it is. Old Man Crittenden, I think there's still a lot of investigations going on he's a complicated fellow, and yet the delicate balance of earthy root beer and the sweet floral fragrance of Provençal jasmine. It's fantastic. Did they grow jasmine in Provence? No, that's lavender. I meant lavender. Jasmine's probably, you get that from like China or something like that, right?
Man, I was thinking of lavender this whole time. Even though we were talking about jasmine, I was just picturing lavender. I can't quite place the smell of jasmine.
I totally was. I was thinking, I was looking at a jasmine bush. I was thinking of a jasmine, kind of that pinkish purple. I was smelling jasmine. Does Old Man Crittenden do a jasmine? I mean, do a lavender infused root beer?
He does. Yeah, he does a lavender root beer that's full of adrenochrome.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's heavy stuff.
It's no good. He's working with Nazis and the sicko libs in the deep state.
I don't say that I don't infer from him or from his minions in the background moving around what seem to be Third Reich wooden crates to mean he's a Nazi. He might have found where the Nazis were hoarding their secret jasmine and lavender supplies, or who knows what, and he's liberated all of that material from the Nazis.
I guess, that wasn't what I was picturing, but that I like that more. That's more marketable. It's
I think it's more on brand. I think it's better branding for you and me as a podcast to go with he hates the Nazis and loves root beer.
I'm on the fence. You might have to convince me.
Okay, well, again, this podcast is going to evolve over time, Spencer. It's I just found out we lost Tito's. Tito's heard that last segment, and Tito's Vodka is no longer a sponsor.
Ugh. That's okay.
Yeah. I wonder where Fernet Branca was during the war. Fernet Branca from Milan from 1845. Were they pro Benito Mussolini? Were they against? I don't know. Am I drinking fascist brown booze over here? Don't know.
Probably, right?
Maybe that's why the Benito's brown shirts wore brown because you didn't want those nasty Fernet Branca stains.
Yeah. It's weird to imagine Nazis drinking a bunch of Fernet Branca.
And then again, the logo. I'm taking a second look at the Fernet Branca logo. It does kind of have a totalitarian, fascist kind of vibe. It's an eagle, soaring eagle, which already kind of invokes the imperial German eagle. Then again, doesn't America have one too? Yes, we do.
Same thing. So it does that too, though.
And in one talon, the eagle appears to be holding a bottle of Fernet Branca, and in the other, the planet Earth. He's flying away. You see this? He's flying away with the Earth and a bottle of booze in his hand. So I'm going to say they were probably a little bit on the fascist team and come like the 1920s, 1930s.
Oh, and we just lost Fernet Branca as a sponsor.
Speaking of Fernet Branca, it was pointed out to me recently that I'm on their Wikipedia page and under the cultural references portion. Because yes, if you pull it up right now, if you go to Wikipedia under cultural references, I'm in great company because they also here's another person that talks about Fernet Branca, Bill Cosby. On the Fat Albert record, or one of his records, in the 1973-ish, he does a whole track called Fernet Branca, where he talks about it saved his life. And I've also heard in my Fernet Branca research that Hitler, who did not drink Fernet Branca, or did not drink alcohol, he was a teetotaler, apparently he enjoyed a Fernet Branca before his speeches to settle his stomach.
So not a teetotaler then.
Yeah, so between me and Bill Cosby and Hitler... Fernet Branca. Yum.
Try a Fernet Branca today. The drink that saved Bill Cosby's life.
Oh my God. Fernet Branca, there's so much rape on your hands. If you had just let him choke on that sparrow that he ate in Italy and not given him the sweet succor and relief of a Fernet Branca belch, think of the careers and lives that wouldn't have been shattered. Oh, Fernet Branca.
In the year 3000.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot of stuff today.
Yeah. I mean, how many speeches went better for Hitler because of Fernet Branca? That's what I want to know. How much more following did he gather because he wasn't suffering from, intestinal Vietnam at the time? Yeah. All this talk of Fernet Branca makes me want to reload. Glurp, glurp,
it's funny
glurp.
to imagine Hitler having stomach problems. Like he was just a guy who was just really gassy all the time. I
think he was.
Jews will not
I think he.
Yeah.
Look, I think you'd have to be a real Nietzschean Superman to get up and say the fucking rancid shit that he said and not have a little tummy trouble. I think if I went up there and called for the annihilation of an entire species or race of people, I might be a little, suffer from a bit of indigestion. I might pop a Tums.
Yeah. His body was rebelling against him. His body was anti-fascist, it turns out.
I can't believe we made it through 4 years of a Trump presidency where he didn't clearly shit himself, like on camera. I know that he did. I don't know that I know that he did. But I know that he had like Pentagon military industrial level diapers on. They're like presidential technology diapers. Because there were times when Trump would just be in a meeting and then just get up, like he got a weird look on his face, would just exit stage left. And people are like, yo, no, whoa, you got to sign the thing. And he's like, nope. And you know that he was just packing a load. You know it. But the fact that he never clearly you didn't just hear him just drizzle into his trousers. So many things didn't happen that I wanted to see. So many moments of shame.
That's the way he walks is like it's already like the kind of walk you'd do if you wanted to hide the fact that you like shit your pants or you're trying to keep it inside rather than like dribbling out. So,
I thankfully have never
naturally camouflaged.
I thankfully have never emptied myself into my MeUndies while in public. I've had some close calls at home. But I think if I really foamed the shorts, I would almost certainly walk a lot more like Donald Trump walks. Oh my God. Never. I just really had these fantasies of seeing him in much more hilarious, shameful situations, like him just falling into a puddle, like him just wiping out a couple times. He got, say what you will, he's just nimble as a mountain goat. Can't fuck up.
He could definitely go up ramps.
Yeah, he's like, if parkour had been invented just 10 years earlier, he'd probably be one of our great parkour champs.
That's funny. They should use like deep fakes to like make him into a parkour guy. Just like flipping around.
Oh yeah.
That could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, God.
Well, should we talk to our guest?
Oh, sure.
I mean, we got, I figured it was our first episode potentially. If you're listening to this or if you aren't, this is the first one that we're recording, on time wise. We might not release it that way, but I figured it would be good to, start things off with a bang. So I got a giant, a huge, who's the biggest person when you think of podcasting?
Me?
Or Kevin. I mean, I don't know. Or me.
Kevin, you know more about podcasting than I do. Who do you think the biggest name in podcasting is?
Boy, I'm a little behind on podcasting right now, actually. I don't know who's top right now.
That's right. Joe Rogan. And he's here today. We got him.
Hey, well, let's welcome Joe Rogan. Hey, Joe, sorry that your name didn't immediately come to mind when we were discussing the biggest names in podcasting. But it's a real pleasure to have you here, Joe.
Hi ho, Rogan the Joe here.
That's the whole bit.
Joe, go into your audio settings. You sound like Kermit the Frog. Go at the bottom of the Zoom. You'll see a thing.
That's just how I sound.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about why weed is actually great. It makes me smart.
I'm not familiar with your show, Joe, but I hear mixed reviews about your show. What's the most common complaint that you get about your Joe Rogan podcast?
There's not enough of it. It's too short, they say.
I think if you go into audio settings, there's a Kermit filter that you can take off. No? Okay.
No, I'm telling you, this is my voice. This is the voice that thousands and hundreds of thousands of people tune into every week, and they just fucking love it.
Oh my gosh! Sorry to interrupt you, Joe. Spencer, Tito's. We just got Tito's back. Tito's huge Joe Rogan fans.
That could be good. Let's stand by and see if Fredette wants us back. I mean, this is really good for us.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm good. I'm good numbers.
I also, not to steal your thunder, Joe Rogan, but we have another big podcaster coming on the show. Everybody, please welcome Mark Maron. Mark Maron.
Yay!
Hello, Joe Rogan. Hello. Hey, Mark Maron. Karate chop.
I think Mark Maron just killed Joe Rogan.
All right, well, let's say goodbye to our guests.
Flying it up his ass with a hand.
Let's say goodbye to our guests. Big round of applause for Joe and for Mark. Again, just coming out of the gate that strong with that level of celebrity power.
Yeah, we didn't mention this, but we didn't want to do a podcast, but just all these advertisers and powerful people were just beating down our door saying, we demand a vehicle with which to ply our wares.
Right.
And, eventually we just had to give in.
Speaking of wares, I only wear one underwear, MeUndies. MeUndies is not currently a sponsor. They were a big sponsor for Harmontown, if you recall. And Spencer and I would say, did some of the greatest advertising in the history of advertising for them. I have a wonderful drawer full of just resplendent with the multi-colorful MeUndies line of underwear. And yet, even though I already have more underwear than one man really needs, I want more. I want little...
Yeah, I also have a resplendent... My drawer is resplendent as hell. When you open that up, it's like the fucking briefcase from Pulp Fiction. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go big here, Spencer. And this is not a bit. This is not a comedy bit that because you and I are famous for our flights of fancy and our comedy bits. let's aim. Either we both pick one together, or we each individually pick a sponsor that we really just try to target. Like, who, if you could get sponsored by any corporation, any brand, any product. Who if you could get swag from anybody just for simply being yourself, who would you go for?
I guess I'd have to go with Magic Spoon. If you enjoy breakfast cereal but hate all the carbs and need to get your daily dose of protein, you gotta have Magic Spoon. They come in like 3 or 4 different flavors. They got blueberry, they got cinnamon, they got cocoa, and also just frosted. I like the frosted myself, but it's just, they're so good. It's a huge part of my daily routine, and I would love to be sponsored by Magic Spoon. Thank you if you sponsor Magic Spoon. What about you?
I don't know. I wasn't dreaming as big as you. I was going to go way less big. Look, let's see. Dream big here. I'm going to go with Man Grate. It's a grate that you put over your. It's a system of metal lattice work that you place over an open fire, and then you cook shit on it. Man Grate. I'm joking, of course. I remember when Greg Proops started his podcast, Man Grate was one of his sponsors. I'm like,
what is it?
Yes, if I could, let's see. Hey, big Man Grate advertising meeting, everybody. We gotta get, who do we want to sell this thing that you take in the backyard and you cook over an open flame? Who says macho? Who says self-reliance? Who says rugged? Get me Proops. I always thought that was hilarious. I don't think it lasted long, his love affair with Man Grate. Although, speaking of man things, did you ever get your Manscaped products from Harmontown?
No, I'm pretty sure that you got all of those. I think you got the whole sampler kit.
It's
fine. I don't really use it.
We only did like one commercial for them, but even before we even did our commercial, they just gave us a bunch of Manscaped shit.
They wanted us to know the product.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go for...
Oh, you know what? I got their lawnmower 2.0.
I have the lawnmower too. And I don't want to get too graphic. I don't know what the age range of our non-Nazi audience is, but I tried manscaping my balls in the shower. But I thought maybe a little moisture, like a little trickle of water might smooth things along. I have a previous system for grooming myself down there in my essential areas. I've never used the electric trimmer. The lawnmower is their little buzzer clipper thing, and I believe it's water resistant because it still works. And I tried to give a light pass around my right testicle and instantly nicked it. It fucking cut my balls. And I was like, okay, that's
the one thing that's not supposed to do.
That is the end of that experiment. I will go back to a little more analog, a little more, a little more simplified system of grooming. I'm not saying that manscapers are going to cut your balls. I'm just saying that this customer was. I yelped like a wounded animal. And that's how people die in showers. If you're going to die while nicking your testicles with what amounts to a lawnmower on a little miniaturized system of knives. Why did I do that?
That's definitely funny. I never really thought about this, but if you're marketing something, the last thing you want your junk to be near is a fucking lawnmower. Like, why are they putting that? I don't even want to think about that.
Yes,
but
weed whacker.
They are custom tools for your family jewels. Yeah, the weed whacker.
Limb chopper. Yeah, I don't know. If I had to get sponsored by anybody, Fernet Branca, it's your move now. Come on, boys. I've been shilling for you two. For you two, how many Branca brothers are there? The Ifatelli Branca. There are people that have jobs in Southern California as the Southern California representatives for Fernet Branca because of my whining and making them carry it everywhere. So yes, I would say Fernet Branca, although my liver probably says nay. Vivienne Westwood, the great clothing designer, I don't think she does sponsorships, but I would go with Vivienne because she's just cool. She's punk rock and she makes the best socks and suits and all that jazz.
I've been shilling for U2, the band. That would have been better.
Is this a dumb hack premise? How do I get U2 off of my fucking iTunes? How did it get there? They put an album out. It's on my iTunes, and I cannot remove it. It's there like a Sharpie on a white wall. You cannot. No amount of 409 or Windex is getting this fucking shit off of my iTunes. Are they allowed? Is Bono just allowed to come in there and just invade your home like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be something good, but I'm pretty sure that's like a 5-year-old thing that happened. Like,
I'll be driving in my car and I will ask Siri to shuffle my music, and then all of a sudden I'm being distracted by traffic or pedestrian movements, and all of a sudden I've realized I've listened to 30 seconds of a U2 song. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And it's not even good. U2, is there good U2?
And then you run over a child.
I had a roommate.
U2. I don't know.
Yeah, my first year in college, my roommate Jim Barcher, he liked his U2, and so I had to listen to a whole lot of U2, and I maybe that's just some PTSD shit for me. I've really got nothing against the band. I don't know. I'm sure they have their place.
They're really popular. I think people, one of the reasons people don't like them is because they were lampooned on South Park back when everyone was teens. And so you just kind of internalize a lot of viewpoints from South Park in my experience. But I think people hate Bono. I don't think he's necessarily a bad person, but he's just like a very, people love to hate him. And so I think that's a big part of it. Yeah, they're like a globally popular band.
I have no hatred for Bono or any member of what's the other guy's name? The taste, the flavor, the edge. That's dumb. If his name was the flavor, then yes, the edge. I don't think there's any need to hate Bono. Sting, you're allowed to hate. Sting is just a twat. Mm-hmm. I think I've made I've spoken before at length about my feelings about Sting. Sting and Toby Keith can get into a canoe and paddle away into the sunset and just fucking leave me out of it.
Yeah, I don't really know. I couldn't even, if you said Sting, I don't even know. Like that, I get the image of a guy who probably makes rock music in my head, but that's it. Like,
you would think that. You would think that. And yet rock, I don't think is a word that you can ascribe to what Sting has laid on the universe. He's got that one song, slowly, slowly, slowly. And then he does that for 3 minutes. And if you like that song, first, up your butt with the coconut. Second, I'm going to tell you how the only way to enjoy that song is imagine he's saying salami. Salami, salami. Then the song is like, this guy likes salami. That's a point of view.
No more dessert.
That's a point of view.
No more dessert.
No more dessert. Nazis. Sting is good in one thing for my entertainment dollar. Sting has a small role in the Who movie. Not the Who like the Grinch, like like Whoville, but the band The Who. There's a movie called Quadrophenia, and Sting has a small role, and he's quite charming and sexy in that one. And then I don't really need any more Sting.
Yeah. Well, it's been close to an hour. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been close to an hour.
Okay.
Should we end the show with an audience question?
Why don't we take a question from Kevin, since he's our only one-man audience right now?
Yes, exactly.
And before we do that, Kevin, if you want to give that a moment's thought, Spencer, do we need to do any housekeeping on getting the D&D portion of our show rolling? Do we need to make any decisions on characters, or should I give this some thought between now and our next meeting?
I think, I don't know. I think we could just give it some thought, and we'll figure it out. I would like to actually roll the characters during the show, and that would be a great way to eat up a half hour or so.
What about this?
Maybe, I hold off.
I don't know if we're even going to air this one. Spencer and I were kind of treating this as a possible just trial run, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. Maybe I'll go on the Twitters and say that we're doing this, and I will take suggestions for class and race, and maybe even a name of a character. And maybe if I see one I like from a suggestion online, I will give that person a shout out.
I think that's a good idea. We got to get that audience interaction. We should do some more audience interaction right now. If you've had Mountain Dew Major Melon, send us a tweet at That Happens Pod. Use the hashtag Mountain Don't. Mountain Don't.
Soldiers, fall in! I'm Major Melon, and I'm declaring war on thirst. Now drop and give me 20 ounces of Major Melon. It's the eponymous soda named after this soldier's favorite drink and this soldier's name. Major Donatello Farthingworth Muffa Melon.
Muffa? Farthingworth Muffa Melon.
What is your malfunction, soldier?
I don't have enough high fructose corn syrup and caffeine, sir.
Well, I'm going to invade your taste buds. I'm going to cross the 54th parallel of your uvula and fill your gullet with the most melony tasting sourness meets sweetness. It's the military grade soda that you've been waiting for.
Wow, that actually worked, and now I'm ready to declare war on thirst myself. Now my name is Corporal Melon instead of what I was before.
Hello, my name's Tito, and I make vodka. Now, in your stores and your convenience locations, you can try new Tito's Major Melon Smash-Ups. It's all the booziness of Tito's mixed with the sour, tangy sweetness of Major Melon. Ooh, that's a military pact I'd like to join. We can cut those.
Where's Tito's made anyway? No, I like that.
Tito's is Austin, Texas. I don't know why I made him a Ponzi Englishman.
Oh, it's American.
One time when we first started drinking Tito's on stage with the Whose Line Is It Anyway guys, because there are some vodka drinkers in our group, we drank Tito's and we became big fans of Tito's. And then one time my friend Ray Pruitt, for real Harmontown fans, you might remember Ray from our Austin show when we were on the Harmon tour. I think he was there.
Oh, I remember him from being a go-to rhyme of Dan's when he was rapping. He would often say, "So is Ray Pruitt."
And he one time goes, "Jeff, I got somebody on the phone for you." And I go, "Who is it?" And he goes, "Hey man, is this Jeff?" I'm like, "Yeah, who's this?" He goes, "It's Tito." And it was really Tito.
Whoa.
That was back when he was making the vodka all by himself, and I think he was even putting the labels on by himself. Like he was a one-man show. Now he's at your Trader Joe's all the time. All right, fuck it. We did it. Kevin, you got a question for us before we sign off here?
Sure. For both of you, who would be both the best and worst possible guest we could get for playing D&D?
Best
Joe
and
Rogan.
worst. Who would be the best? Like somebody we've already played with or somebody that we haven't already played with? I would say Ian McKellen would be the best. Mm-hmm. I think just because he would just get into the character and rock it out. He would lend it some gravity and some good old-fashioned Shakespearean zazz.
Yeah. I wonder what he'd play.
Huh?
What would he play?
I bet he wouldn't play. I bet he wouldn't play a wizard because I think he would know that you wanted him to play a wizard, and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, he'd be an Aragorn type.
An Aragorn?
Yeah.
Is that like the Whole Foods spinoff, like market?
he'd be an organic grocer.
Maybe that'll be my character's name, Aragorn.
I could see that for him. Yeah.
Who would be the worst person?
What about worst? I was thinking that the best, I was thinking it was best and worst simultaneously. That's why I thought Joe Rogan, because it would be so bad and so fun. It would be terrible, but that would make it good. So, but yeah, I don't know who would be the worst.
Is that what you meant, Kevin? You meant best and worst simultaneously, or two different traits?
No, I think you meant both.
I was thinking two separate, but I actually like better having this one person be both.
Best and worst. Andy Dick.
Ugh.
I think you would get the sunshine and the rain if you had Andy Dick play D&D with you. I think he would commit to it, but in a way that made you wish you hadn't invited him.
I think he would and wouldn't commit to it.
I'll be more specific. Andy Dick on 2.5 drinks. Because there is a sweet spot to Andy Dick where he's like, okay, he's awesome, he's delightful, he's the best. Oh shit, run for cover. And the third drink for me is usually when he's rounded the home stretch towards cuckoo pants.
I think that's just timing, though. Like, I think it's just like the time it takes. I think it could be one drink, but then over, the course of the time it would take, that's like, it's just that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I feel like one drink would do it if he like waited that amount of time. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck that guy. I hope he dies.
No, you don't. We love you, Andy.
Oh, I do. I hold a lot of hatred.
I love 0 through 1 beer, Andy.
Yeah.
3 beer, Andy. Like hide your family. Well, thank you, Kevin, and thank you all for tuning in to another of the very first episodes of a podcast where white guys sit around and talk.
Oh yeah, you've never heard it like this before.
You'll never forget your first time, unless you weren't listening, and then fuck you. This is the podcast that dares you to not listen to it. All right, Spencer. I'll give you some heads up if I think of a character that I want to play, and then next time we meet, we're going to roll some dice, and we're going to find out some stats.
Mm-hmm. It'll be good.
What version, what platform are we playing on? Are we allowed to say?
No, it's got to be 5e. We got to be playing 5e. That's the good version.
Okay.
The best version. And if you like other ones, you're wrong, and no other opinion is right.
Do I need to get like an actual? Subjective. Do I need to get an actual physical copy of the book, or do I just get it all online?
I don't know. We could probably use mine. There's online too. I could send you stuff. We'll figure it out for sure.
All right, man. Well, I love your bun, Spencer. It's good to see you again. Kevin Day, thanks for making it all happen.
Yeah.
I want to give another shout out to Old Man Crittenden's Jasmine Infused Root Beer, the good people at Fernet Branca, getting Nazis drunk since 1925, and Mountain Dew's Major Melon. Oh my God! Part of me. I'm going to.
The bottle actually.
I'm going to make a promise here. I'm going to make a That Happens promise, and I promise you that this will have happened the next time. The next episode, you're going to see me sitting here with a bottle of Tito's and the smallest bottle of Major Melon I can find. And I'm going to get a bucket of ice, and I'm going to start seeing if Tito's will get some Major Melon on its feet.
I think it could work. I think that could work. But it's fun. They actually have like it's an angry melon with an armor with like a army hat or helmet is like on the bottle. So
so they already went Major Melon.
That's a lot of fun.
So I was not even being innovative.
Did. I mean, it was fun.
Or I'm just that in tune with the smart minds over at Mountain Dew.
Yeah, exactly. It's a hive mind thing.
All right, well, let's get the fuck out of here. Everybody, this happened.
That happens. Did shit. Fuck.
Spencer, what just happened?
That's the new sign off.
That's our new sign off. Spencer, what just happened?
I like that better than the old sign off. That.
Starbane's Audio.